Okay, so you start up in your escape pod, and the first thing you notice is your oxygen is low. However, there is an oxygen tank handy. So basically you use right click to interact with any object, and left click is usually to use the object in your hand. So for example, if you have a device like a spectrometer, which is used to identify various objects, you press 1 to 5 to activate it, and then press left click to operate it. Of course, the device doesn't have any power, so you need to recharge it. And of course, you have the microcharger, which is used to recharge. So if I right click with the object in my hand, it will get inserted into the charger. And for the charger to operate, it also needs a battery. So these are battery slots. The microsynthesizer is basically your 3D printer that's used to print various devices. It has two tabs: the inventory, where you put your raw materials in, and then the crafting tab, where actually you used to craft things, and it shows you what you need, the materials you need for each of these devices to be crafted. So F1 is to access your survival guide, your interaction. So tab I to access the inventory, and pretty common things to that are similar to other games of this type. So yeah, so basically the second tip was, if you walk in a straight line as you exit your pod, you find a debris field where you should find more equipment that you need. Let's see what we have here. Tracking visors is useful. Left click to equip it into your suit, and it actually tracks your home base. However, it doesn't operate just yet because you also need a battery. But we also happen to have a battery. It might not be here when you're playing the game because being procedural generated, different things will be in different places every time you play the game. Yeah, so, but I was lucky, so I had that. But anyway, so now in the top left hand corner I have my tracking. It's tracking my home base, showing the distance in kilometers. And on the top right it's basically your daytime clock, shows when it's daytime and nighttime. And yes, I'm going in a straight line to see if I find the debris field where I can find other more useful equipment. So basically, to survive you need to worry about your health, obviously, your energy. The energy is basically you refill it by eating stuff, and oxygen. Yeah, you need oxygen tanks to get more oxygen. And then the weight of your inventory, which has a limit, and the power is basically the power of your battery that powers your suit or the devices in your suit, such as the tracking visors, and also when you get a torchlight, any other equipment you might equip it to your suit. So this is the debris field that should be littered with useful equipment, such as another battery. Let's see what else we can find here. Looks like a spectrometer, which also has some power in it. And there are a couple of containers that might contain useful stuff. The micro cutter, flashlight. I left click to equip it, right click on stuff to move it over to the other inventory, and left click to actually use it. And these are blueprints that actually you use them with the synthesizer to craft other things. It's in this big container, it's empty, there's nothing here. So F to turn on the flashlight. So now that it's night time, we need the flashlight. So I'm just looking around because there might be other useful stuff that's kind of fallen around, maybe rolled around. So there should be a spare oxygen tank. around here as well. Hopefully, better be. Because oxygen, it's a problem to start with. Okay, I can't find any spare oxygen tanks. I thought there would be another one somewhere in here. Oh, well, there it is, I found it. Yes, so it's a spare oxygen tank. Okay, good. So now that I have all this equipment, I should head back to my home base and see if I can put it to good use. Yeah, so your suit can be equipped with various equipment that helps you. When you have your energy bar, this refills your energy. It has an expiry, so that the red bar graph under it is showing how long you've got until it expires. And after it expires, you basically lose some of the health and energy benefits you get. So everything you eat affects both your health and your energy. Some of the raw things that you find on this planet might be more or less toxic, so your health might actually be, the health they give you might be negative rather than positive. So this one is closer to expiry than this. I'm gonna eat this. So left click to eat it and your energy is filled up. Okay, anyway, so let's go back to the home base and then see if we can what else we'll do after that. So basically in this version of the game you can do some crafting. You can craft some basic equipment, and the tool that you want to get to crafting is the micro aligner, the molecular aligner, which is basically a repair tool. And once you have the repair tool, you can basically repair anything, and then you become self-sustainable. You can basically survive indefinitely once you have the tool. However, finding all the materials, all the resources you need to build the tool can be a bit tricky. In order to be able to find all the materials, you need to make sure you have enough oxygen. Then you have to make sure you have... Okay, we don't need the flashlight anymore because daylight is coming up. So, now that we are here, let's have a bit of a look. So one of the tools you need is the spectrometer. We actually have one that has some charge in it, so I might as well use that. Make this my number one. The second one I need is the cutter, the micro cutter. The cutter lets you cut pieces of various resources and bring them in. And then all these batteries are also useful to power your various devices. Okay, so I'm going to plug a battery. Okay, I don't need this spectrometer because I already have one, so I'm going to move it back into my container. I do need to charge the cutter. And also the spectrometer that I have, let's see if I can charge it further up. So left click to insert the battery, and now the spectrometer is charging up. In the meanwhile, let's have a look at my oh, it's finished. Okay. The reason it hasn't fully charged is because it's actually got some damage. If you look here, it says it's damaged. With the HP it's 8 out of 10. So it can only charge to about 80% of its capacity because it's damaged. But that should be good enough for now anyway. Let's charge the microcut as well. So, microsynthesizer. We have a few blueprint modules that allows us to craft extra items. Now this one, it's the bio scanner, which we already have here, the bio scanner, so there's no point to plug that in. A multi-spanner, we also have the multi-spanner, so there's nothing useful here. Well, if we plug them in, it'll be just wasted. So maybe we'll keep them in case we have another synthesizer somewhere else that we want to program with these devices. So okay, about what's this one? This one is a microcompressor. Okay, so we don't have that. So I'm going to left click on this blueprint module and it's being added to the synthesizer memory, and now we can craft the microcompressor. The microcompressor, as it shows here in the description, is basically it adds oxygen to your tank, so basically it increases the range of our oxygen tank. However, it does use power. So it also takes a lot of power to actually craft it. I don't think we have any batteries that have that much power. So this battery that we have has 129 kilowatt seconds. So yeah, we can't craft much. So basically we want this, the micro aligner is our aim for this game, because once we have this then we can repair everything, but it requires a lot of materials. Some of them, such as uranium and platinum, are very difficult to find, but we'll see how we go. So alright, let's just keep going. I'm going to go sort of in the opposite direction which I've been, just to see if I can find something else interesting. So the spectrometer we can use to scan things. Okay, this is just a plain rock, so there are a number of decorative rocks that are kind of useless. They don't do anything, and then you have these more colorful rocks that are actually resources. And then if you scan them, it will tell you what it is. It's copper. So we can probably use some copper, so now I'm using the cutter. And I can cut a piece of copper. The graph is indicating that the red graph is indicating that the minimum cut has not been made. So if you stop cutting while the graph is red, there's nothing, you don't cut anything basically. That means you haven't cut enough to produce a piece. And then if you keep cutting while the green graph is on, you cut a bigger piece. But for now we don't really need a very big piece, just need smaller pieces because we only need small quantities. So let's turn the flashlight. Actually, let's go back to since I haven't gone very far, and I'll demonstrate how to use. So basically I can just right click to open it, and then if I right click to move it to the raw materials, that piece of copper, it's 2.33 kilograms. So now when I go to crafting, let's see, I've got one of the materials I need here, and I've got sufficient quantity. I only need small quantities for these devices. So I've got copper, I still need a lot of other things. I also need copper for the multi-spanner and for the bioscanner. Huh. I thought I would have a I actually do have a bioscanner, so I don't need to craft one. I do need to charge it, however. So let's get it charged up. So the bioscanner lets you scan biological stuff like plants, vegetation, and then it gives you information about if you can eat it or not, if it's toxic or not, and so on. Let's get that and keep that handy. So I'm going to go now in the opposite direction that I've been to before. Let's see if I can find anything interesting. So I'm looking for various landmarks such as settlements or alien buildings or other things where I may find extra equipment or resources. When walking in the dark you have to be careful you don't fall off cliffs, because if you do fall off cliffs, yeah, you can lose a lot of health or maybe even die. This is another resource, let's see what it is. I think it's iron, but yeah, iron. I don't think I need iron for now, so I'll keep going. We're starting to find some vegetation. You can use the bioscan to scan it. means it's not really useful. This looks like something you can probably eat. And yeah, it says it's an identified plant. So if I scan this, it's a blackberries bush. And now I can actually grab the berries. And if I look at them, it'll tell you health. So the health is -1%, the energy is 4%. So if I eat this, I'm going to lose 1% of health and get 4% of energy. The bar graph underneath indicates whether it's ripe or not. If it's green, it means it's not ripe yet, it's still growing. If it's golden yellow as it is now, that means it's ripening. And if it's red, it means it's decaying. And as it's decaying, the negative health will get bigger and bigger because, yeah, the decaying food will actually be toxic. So I'll just eat it now. I lost a bit of health, but that's right because health actually regenerates slowly. So you don't want to eat too many toxic things because then, yeah, your health will decrease too quickly. But if you're really desperate, if you have no energy and you're desperate, you can eat things even that are mildly toxic because then your health will actually regenerate in time. Yeah, so it's generally a good idea to go up on high grounds. Let's see if this tree is anything useful. Generally, if you approach and there is no interaction, symbol, that means it's not really useful. If it's something useful, then there should be, will at least tell you it's an unknown plant or unknown something. Then you can scan it for more details. So it's a good idea to move to high grounds so you can then see better around you. Now moving up on steep slopes, you kind of have to go sideways, you can't just go straight up. So there is a lot of plants. I want some landmarks. Should be some landmarks somewhere around here. Yeah. Oh, so there you go. I actually fell a bit and lost some of my life. Not too bad, but. So, keep going, see if we can find something more interesting. Oh, I died. Yeah, I actually fell down and died. And what happened is, this is an emergency teleporter. It detects when you die and then it teleports you back to your home base. However, what happens, you will lose some of your equipment, some of the stuff you are carrying. Also, it doesn't replenish your oxygen if you die because of the oxygen. Okay, lucky I lost the spectrometer, which I have another one of. Yes, that was kind of silly. The problem is now it's out of the emergency teleporter is out of power. Actually, used up a lot of power. So if I die next time, it will be a permanent death. So if I happen to find more micronuclear cells that are fully charged, then I get extra lives. If not, then I'm going to stay dead. Okay, I'm going to go in a slightly different direction. I'm going to go this way and see what do I find, if I find anything here. Anything interesting and more resources. Okay, this area looks pretty desolate. But if I go up on the high ground, we'll see what happens if we can find anything. Also, if it gets dark, we probably won't see anything. So, okay, there are some resources up there. Let's go and see what they are. If there is anything useful. Generally, a good strategy for exploration is to basically go a certain distance from your home base and then just go around in a big circle all around to see, and go up on high grounds to see if you can find anything useful up there. Silicon. Okay, I probably need silicon for something. Okay, that'll do. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so it's gonna be dark soon. And then dark, when it's night, it's not really a good time for exploration. Yeah, the day-night cycle is not very long, but you have to make the most of the daytime. Eventually the game will implement also a need for sleep, but it's not there yet. So let's see what other resources can we find. Okay, so I'm here finding some more resources, that's what they are. Calcium. Let's get a piece of calcium, why not? Okay, let's keep going. Magnesium, well, let's have a piece of magnesium, why not? Oops, I have to get closer. Okay, I see a settlement in the distance. So we might get lucky and find some more equipment and more stuff that we need. So the most urgent need for now is oxygen. Because energy and food we can kind of find around if we look hard enough, but oxygen is a problem for now. Okay, there is some more resources, let's see what these are. Silicon, I got silicon. Alright, so there is some equipment here, we can scan to see what it is. Okay, so this is a oxygen compressor. It shows that it's damaged, but it might still work. Usually if it doesn't work, then it will tell you that it's non-functional. Okay, daylight is coming up. Let's see what else is here. That's nothing. Refrigerator. It's damaged. And we also have some containers which have some resources. Let's get some ones. Ah, we have more blueprints. Standard capacity cell. Okay, this is very useful. Flashlight, it's not that useful because we already have one. So I'm not going to worry about that. Let's see what else is here. A laser gun. It's damaged, might still work. We don't really have anything to shoot in this version of the game, but in the future it might come handy. Okay, so there are more resources. Let's see what else is there. So Now that I have an oxygen charger, let's try to use it. If I have a battery and I have a tank. Let's fill it up more as well. So 4 and 5. So I plugged in the battery, I plugged in oxygen tank, and it's now slowly filling up. So while that's happening, let's have a look what else is here. This looks like a solar power charger. It's non-operational, looks like it's too damaged. So this will need to be repaired before we can actually use it. A shame, but such is life. You don't know what you get. So these fixed supports actually let you put utilities on them. So for various utilities to work, they actually need to be on supports, such as that refrigerator you found out there. Okay, so I don't have food. I have to find food. Let's see how is my oxygen charge going. Yeah, it's filled up, might as well use it. So I'm going to recharge the one I had in my suit. Might as well. Okay, let's see what else we find here in these buildings. There is a battery. Might as well get it. Doesn't have much power, but okay, what do you have here? Microwave oven. Let's get it. It's damaged, but it might be still operational. So the microwave oven can cook food, and that removes toxicity. And we have another microcharge, but it's not operational, it's too damaged. It's not working, so we can't use that. Okay, I have more food, I might as well eat it. Energy bar and the venom shots. So these are also blueprints for making your energy bar and protein bar. And anti-venom shots are actually like injection you take if you have been infected or you've been bitten by a venomous creature, which is not really useful at the moment since there aren't any creatures around, but it will be in the future. Okay, the GPS blueprint is useful. The hyper shelter tank is not, because we don't actually have a device to make it yet. Okay, there's nothing here. So I found a few interesting things. Okay, it's getting dark again. Okay, where's my oxygen tank? Okay, so I've got another tank now. Might as well use it up, fill it up as well. And then we should be okay with oxygen for a while, to allow us to explore a bit more. I should probably use this battery that's almost empty, because the batteries that have more charge in them, they are useful for synthesizing, for crafting. So might as well keep them. Again, this oxygen tank is not fully filled because it's damaged, so it cannot be filled completely. So let's go around, let's travel around a bit further to see what else can we find. And then we'll eventually return to the home base and see how's the crafting going. Okay, there's more resources here. copper. Okay, we've got copper. So I don't need more copper for now. Want something else. Okay, this is nothing, it's just a plain rock. It's not a resource. And probably so are these. If you get close and there is no interaction message, they're just plain rocks. But if you want to be sure, you can scan them. Okay, I want to try to go left somewhere. To get over these mountains in front of me. If I can. Again, I'm playing a dangerous game here. If I die, I die completely. If I fall down and die, I can just die. There is no safety anymore. Because I don't have a my emergency teleporter doesn't have power anymore. If I'm lucky to find another battery somewhere, a nuclear powered battery cell, then I might get another chance. So I better be careful. Let's go sideways. Okay, so it's breaking to a new day. Turn off the light, the flashlight.
Ah.
Oh, okay, I felt a bit.
Oh.
No, not that bad, but still I felt a bit. Okay. Let's see what else we can find around here. Okay, we're pretty far away from our home base, almost a kilometer. So let's see what else can I find. Some other interesting things and more resources. Basically, the further away you go, the more interesting things you can find. More powerful devices and more rare minerals. Okay, so this leads out into another biome, the desert. Let's see how we are with food. We're not doing very well with food. We need to find more food. I don't think the desert is helping much. Unless I'm lucky to find like another settlement or some other debris or shipwreck that contains some food. Okay, there are some resources here, might as well check them out if we are near them. Magnesium, okay, we got magnesium, we don't need magnesium anymore. Well, let's see if we go up to high ground, if we can spot anything interested in the difference. In the distance, we can spot some vegetation in front, some black resources, which is probably carbon. Okay, let's go and get some carbon. And then we better go and get some food. Now, you can still get a piece of renovated by research if you know what it is. You don't need to scan it to identify it, you can still use it. Your synthesizer will know what it is. So the scanning is really just for your benefit to know what it might be. Okay, I think I better go and find some food. Some more resources down there. But I'm getting short on food, so I better make that a priority. And then go back for some resources. So this looks like some kind of a fruit tree, so again we can use the bioscanner to scan it. We get close, yes, as an identified plant, so we can scan it. Okay, so it produces some fruits. The fruits are only very small, but let's get one. So it hasn't fully grown, but we can still get it. And health +1, energy 11. It's better than nothing. Okay, let's see what else is there. Got some berries. Yellow berries. Now the one that's starting to decay a little bit, it's got health -1, but I can live with that. I need more energy, that's more important now. This one is -6. It's okay. I'll have that anyway. Let's see what else do we have here. Okay, you can also right click to shake it, and then if there are any fruits they might fall down. Ringed fruit tree. So yeah, there's nothing falling down. There's another one up here. Oh, there's more berries. Okay, let's get the berries. So you can also eat them without going into the inventory. Just select it using the number key on the left click to use it. So 5 and left click to eat it. Don't have to open the inventory unless you want to see its statistics. But you have to scan them first for that. Okay, we'll keep that. Okay, they're all very small. Just not a good sign. Okay, so we've got some food. Now the food will start to decay over time. But yeah, it should last a little bit. So getting too much food with you doesn't really help, because they start decaying and then can't eat it anymore. Okay, it's breaking day. So let's see what else is here. Some more resources we can scan, maybe grab. Cadmium. Okay, let's get a piece of cadmium. I think I know I need that for something. What else is there? Let's see. Is it silicon again? Yeah, silicon. Okay, we don't need silicon anymore. Is there nothing of interest around here? Okay. Okay, let's get back to home base and see where do we stand with all our resources. Okay, the food is starting to decay. Maybe I should start eating it. Yeah, so the food can be placed in a refrigerator and then keeps it fresh much longer. And also if you find a biosynthesizer, then you can actually make it, can combine certain foods and make it into energy bars or protein bars. And the bars actually also last much longer. than the fresh food. Okay, let's see what this colorful resource is. Organic compounds. Okay, so we're close to home base. We survived for 6 days. Barely. Excuse me. It's funny. You did it in a game and then you burp in real life. Okay, let's see where we're up to. Actually, let's get our things charging while we are playing with the synthesizer. Let's see, what can I craft? Energy bar. So I'm not going to work with the synthesizer, you actually the biosynthesizer for food processing. But we can use the GPS and we can have the standard capacity cells. We can build extra batteries and can build a GPS. So any silicon, let's see for GPS, silicon, carbon, copper, cadmium, platinum. Platinum, it's the element that's difficult to find. Let's see. Okay, let's put in some resources. Let's see what else do we have. So I have silicon, cadmium, lithium, more cadmium, organic. These berries. And unidentified resource, which is actually carbon. So now we can almost craft a battery. We just need titanium or lithium. We just need platinum. We can almost craft a GPS. We need aluminum, titanium, and we need lots of things for this one. Uranium and platinum being the biggest, most problematic, the hardest to find. Okay. Okay, let's get these bars. Okay, let's store this here. We don't need them. Let's leave one of the oxygen tanks here. Let's leave the laser gun. There is nothing to shoot. Not really. Okay, and the rest we can keep around in case we need. I guess the battery we don't really need to have it on us. Can probably plug the battery in the synthesizer. And then we also see how much power we need for everything. So we got enough power to do a battery, to do a GPS. There's not enough power to do a microcompressor. Yeah, not enough power to do the micro aligner either. Okay, so I think I'll stop here with this gameplay and then I might continue on later on. So I'm going to just quit. And the game will automatically save when you quit, and then next time you play, you would continue on.